So hello, my name's Rob and this is Cattle Rabbit Scale Model Studios, and in this video I've seemed to have landed myself one of these. Disaster struck last Saturday when I went to pre-order it. I got stuck in my local GW for an hour. By the time the website came out of maintenance, it was out of stock. I spoke to my friend who tried to grab a couple, and lucky enough I caught them quick enough to say, do me a favour, keep one for me. And it actually showed up this morning, so I thought, let's show it off. So I went from distress to getting it a day early, so super happy with this. Let's dig in. So the Lion has returned to the 41st millennium, and well, I've been excited for this one for a little while. As you can see, the box is really nicely presented. It's full of all that Dark Angels iconography. It's got that nice blotted effect to it that the Arcs of Omen have. Here you can see the miniatures on the back and obviously the Lion Guard. I really like how this box looks. It's nice and clean looking, although it's probably not as big as what you would think. As you can see in my hands, it's a fairly standard size box. As you open it up, once again, you can see that there's the lovely Dark Angels insignia, all those little things on like little flaps here. I love stuff like that, little touches. They really you know, put the effort in sometimes with it, and I can appreciate that. So first up we have the bases. Obviously the Lion himself comes on a 60mm, and then the three blade guard come on a 40mm. You get your instructions for the Lion, and I'll show this stat line a little bit later, so don't worry. You have your instructions for the blade guards. There isn't anything special about these blade guards, although they are called the Lion Guard. It's just the normal multi-part kit. Then one thing I was super keen to get my hands on, some Dark Angels transfers. I don't know why, it's really hard to get Dark Angels transfers. If you buy any of the upgrade sprues, whether it be the old one or the Primaris one, they don't come with transfers. So I've been using these old Indomitus ones. So this is something that I am going to have a real good look at just in a minute. We get this lovely little mysterious black envelope. Ooh. But we'll come back to that one at the end. As you can see, none of this has been opened. This is actually the first time I've opened the box. I've only taken it out of the wrapper. And then to start with the sprues, we'll have a look at the blade guard first. Once again, this is the multi-part kit. I really like blade guard. I really like how easy they are to convert up as well. Things like Terminator shoulder pads and, well, currently Terminator shoulder pads, and obviously the bigger stuff like the aggressor armor goes over quite nicely for the chunkier shoulder pads like I've done for my blade guard champion. Lots of nice detail on this. There's not really too much to say. It is the multi-part kit. Lots of spare bits, lots of heads. Always great to see. We'll be putting a lot of these bits probably to good use. Might even do these guys as Deathwing. I'm not sure yet, but this is why we're here. This is why we are here. So as you can see here, the Lion comes on three kind of half sprues. You can see you've got the cape here. You've got some of the he's got a very thin leg with the armor panels clipped round. There's some of his base there, and then you can see that we've got some of the heads. I really love the winged helmet option, but these are all the heads here. They're all the same fitting, which is really nice. This one here, a bit of a fan favourite, the masked hooded one. Really easy to do all of these, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. And the second sprue, obviously here you can see we've got Fealty, his massive sword. He's got the shield of the Emperor here. There's more of like his line details, his cape. His cape's so nice. I can't wait to paint this up. All of his shoulder pads. The detail really is. I know I say this every time I unbox a GW product. It's just exceptional. It really is second to none. Obviously you've got some parts of the watches here and things like that. Now if you look at this little collar section just here, you can see that this is where the head slots into. It would be really easy to put a magnet on. So if you are, or maybe you don't magnetize, it would be really easy to magnetize this so you can get all the head options, which I think I'm going to do. The scabbard here it's just stunning. Like, the detail really is something else. I really fell in love with the lion, how he looked. I know some people said about the old man look, but personally I really like what they've done here. So just getting back to the Dark Angels transfer sheet, obviously you've got the tactical markings, you've got the Ravenwing markings, and you've got the Deathwing markings here, which is great. I'm just about to do a big Brutalis Dreadnought quartered between Deathwing and Dark Angel, so that sheet is definitely going to come in handy. And here it is, if you want to pause it now so you can have a closer look at it. But get into the instructions, the Blade Guard. Once again, this is just a multi-part kit, a little bit of a fan favourite there as he wipes off his blade on the cloth, which I think would be great for Dark Angels or Deathwing. Once again, lots of poses. You could buy a few of these and you still wouldn't repeat a pose. You can mix and match the bits really easy as well. You don't always have to follow the instructions. You can just nip off some of the pins on the arms, and they're really easy to convert as well. If you haven't seen my little Blade Guard guy, I did a live. I'll pop the link in the corner now. Really great fun converting Blade Guard to such lovely models to work with. And then the lion himself. One thing I really like about the lion is how different he is from Guilliman. Guilliman seems a bit chunkier in his armour. The lion's armour is so much more knightly, obviously reflecting of the, you know, I mean, this is the first son, and he is, all intents and purposes, a knight. And I think what they've done with the armour in this regard is just really spot on. I think the whole look of this model is stunning, from the way the cloak flows, even the way, you know, his backpack has the kind of like the sculpted detail on. It all goes together fairly kind of round a back piece. Sub-assembly wise, it'd be really easy to keep this into parts, so I don't think there's going to be a problem for people like myself that work in sub-assemblies. The last thing to go on, obviously, the base and the watchers. I'll actually probably do this section first. I am going to do a painting tutorial for this guy, and I will do it in bits. So stay tuned if you are interested on the channel for stuff like that. But there we go, there is the lion. I'll pop his stat line up now. His actual full rules are in the Lion Arcs of Omen book, but here they are. And lastly, get the bases out of the way, we've got this lovely black envelope. Now, if you did pre-order, or you're lucky to get your hands on it, this is actually some art prints. I know that. I was quite surprised how small these were. In my head, I just thought they were going to be bigger. They even listed the size on the website, so it's just me being a bit silly. But here we go. The first one, which I really like. I'm not one for having Warhammer artwork out, but I might pop this one in a frame. It's obviously the lion facing off against Angron, and then here we have Old Man Lion. Once again, I really like how they've made him a bit of an older guy. He looks stern. He looks like he's going to tell you off. You know, there's no tomfoolery around this guy. And I really like that. I think what they've done with this model is exceptional. I'll pop some pictures up of it now so you can see them. Once again, the lion and Angron. And then the Old Man Lion from the Arcs of Omen. So there we go, that is the Lion Guard box set. I generally hope everyone that did get one, you know, it wasn't too much of a trial. I'm really sorry for people that did miss out. However, there is one thing I like to do whenever I get things like art prints, because it muses the absolute hell out of me to do stuff like this. I like to put the pictures on Snapchat, and I'm going to leave you with some of my favourite filters. So I call this one Nerd Lion. This one I call You Yeed Your Last Whore Lion. This one I like to call Drag Lion. And lastly, Lion, can I please speak to the manager? But look, that's it from me in this one. Once again, incredibly lucky that this landed on my desk a little bit earlier. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you all next time. God bless and take care.